So family, stay tuned to the end of the show. I like to open it up for calls. Be sure to save this number. Give me a call towards the end of this program, and if you have any questions, comments, anything, ask me anything for about 30 minutes after this build. But hopefully you stay through the whole thing. You understand? Learn this information and utilize it and apply it during your day. Grand Risings, peace to the family. It's the Hood Mystic, representing www.hoodmystic.com. And if you're watching this video, at any point during this video, you think of something that you might need to say, please do me a huge favor. Shoot me a comment for this video. And I know the people on the live, they won't be able to comment, but if you're catching this video post live, if it's anything like caught it, hey Hood Mystic, fire flame emojis, snake emojis, just anything. And the reason why I say that is because comments really help with my engagement, really help with my algorithm, and a lot of people email me and do different things, but it'll really help this channel if you guys do just a simple comment. It'd take like 10 seconds to do, and it will have reverberated impacts. And as my channel grows, I'm gonna give back that love. As of recent, we have just been planning on focusing on how we're going to expand and being extremely strategic about our expansion and our business. And I'm referring to me and my wife, and that really exemplifies the energy that we'll be talking today, which will be centered on Mercury. Mercury is an Etruscan translation of the word Merx. Well, Merx is the Etruscan word, Mercury is the Roman word, Hermes is the Greek word. But to understand all of these things, it represents commerce and trade. And to understand the importance of commerce and trade, you have to put your mind in an ancient mindset, where your overall survival, your overall ability to live luxuriously was relegated on your ability to go from village to village and trade your wares, trade your talents, and get things that your village could not produce. If you were a land culture, part of your survival depended on coastal villages and things of that nature. So as we discuss this Mercury energy, really focus in on who you are and your purpose. And where a lot of people get caught up on ambition, what I want to do, I can be anything. More of it is being the channel or the vessel for the neural networks that's already proceeding in your body, that's already taking place. The best thing to do as a human being is to observe your God self. And when this can get real confusing and real abstract and all of these things where it's like, what are you talking about, bro? You sound weird. You sound crazy. All I'm referencing is that beating heart that's allowing you to live, breathe, exist, love, have ambitions, do all of the fun, amazing things that you want to do in this life. As long as that heart is beating, you're golden. Say, for instance, your heart stops beating, then you put your plans to the side. So, in order to understand this in all totality, the heart is a electromagnetic pump, and these surges are a result of collective consciousness. So if you're able to see yourself a part of this neural network, this larger snake energy that we talked about in the Naga full moon video, then you're able to thrive and do things that you never thought you could do, establish friendships that you never thought you could have. What is the issue with this? Now, I know I say a lot of things, and a lot of things go in one ear and out the other, but I want you to really listen to this. What is the issues that you're having in this life presently? You think that you're an individual person. You think that you're a human being and you're alone. But I'm going to tell you this. It took two people to make you. Okay? And if they didn't foster, care for, nurture, or even give you to people who could do that for you, you wouldn't be here on this live today. So therefore, your whole existence was dependent on other people to get to this point. Therefore, you are not an individual. And for them to do such a selfless, I don't necessarily know if it's careless, but selfless, caring, loving action for you, the way that you pay them back is by following their ideologies, following the way that they think, because hey, they took care of you. They brought life into this world. But even deeper, that's a network. But as we go into consciousness, there becomes a deeper spiritual link that supersedes the family. The family gives you a good example that you're not alone, but as you grow into consciousness, it begins to become an isolated place. None of your friends, none of your family, nobody can vibe on the wavelength that you're on now. And that would indicate that, oh shit, now I'm alone again, right? Mm-hmm. Now I'm alone again. I don't even have family now. But the reality is, you have, I want to say millions, but I'll say billions of people that are part of your spiritual network. So if you are not seeing the forest from the trees, you are simply in your own ignorance. Because what I'm doing with these thumbnails is I'm done with words. I'm done explaining shit. If you don't understand that it's a daily energy reading by now, then I don't even care. But I'm showing you, inside of your body, there are things called nerves that exist between neurons. And neurons exist between astrocytes. Astrocytes support the neurons firing. So when I discuss astrology, I'm talking about the study of my star cells. Okay? And if I connect my neurons and my nerve energy, I look outside, and the front of my house is a pine tree that I feel is a spiritual being. Behind my house is an oak tree that I feel is a spiritual being. I give offerings and give thanks and retrieve pine sap from both of those trees, because I understand there's no disconnect or any separation between me and them. So what I'm explaining in this thumbnail is this actual process. I've had a real strong connection with trees. Sometimes my connection with trees is stronger than humans, especially throughout this spiritual journey. So if you are lost, right? You don't know what to do. You don't even understand me right now. Understand this. Adopt you a tree, get under that tree, and communicate with that tree. Because if you don't see the connection between your nerves and the roots of a tree, there's nothing I can tell you. When we reference grounding and you don't see the connection of why grounding is so important, there's nothing further that I could tell you. So if you don't have a tree that's like family, that's like your cousin, then I don't know what to tell you, you know? And it gets deeper. Between, Virgo represents preparation for a soulmate. And now Now people get excited. Yes, a soulmate. I can't wait. I can't wait. But then my thing is, the preparation for a soulmate is discovering your own soul. See, how you want a soulmate before you want your soul. But the prefix to mate is soulmate, meaning that two individuals with souls mate. And sometimes you develop your soul before your partner. But once you get into a relationship, your job is then to awaken the soul of your partner. See, it ain't shit going on in this realm besides masculine and feminine coming together. And if you're not on that train, if you don't understand the polarities, then you're not about growth. Then you're not, me and you is not on the same wavelength. And I'm okay with that. But my whole reasoning for being alive is to grow. My whole reasoning for existing is to grow. And I cannot grow with masculine and masculine energy or feminine and feminine energy. I can only grow through the masculine and feminine polarity. So when we reference the soulmate, we're referencing the masculine and feminine energy within. First and foremost, it ain't no masculine and masculine energy within you. That don't make sense. It ain't no feminine and feminine energy within you. That don't make sense. Within you, there has to be a masculine force, an active, energetic force, and then a feminine force, a receptive, passive, negative force. And when you put these energies together, you activate your inner GPS system, and then soulmate is a cinch. It was easy to find my wife. I didn't stress. And once I met her, I knew that I found somebody that wasn't going to let me go for superficial reasons. It was going to allow me to grow, and she was going to grow, and we were going to grow because I was the masculine polarity, she was the feminine polarity, and we just honored our roles in the relationship. And I'm referencing this because the moon is in Virgo, and I know the vibes. I know the vibes. I know you want some existential thing that's gonna give you validation short term and shit. But in the reference of my conversation, which I can't get out of it, I can't move out of what's right and exact for me. Beyond what the entertainment industry is brainwashing and mind controlling the kids into thinking what's right and exact, I can't go along with that. Because in my heart, it tells me that's not really right and exact, and that's confusing the mass population from waking up entirely. Because they think that within them is a double polarity, which don't make sense. It won't meditate. No matter how much money you make, no matter what you got going on for you, the sun will set, my nigga. The sun will rise. Therefore, there is a masculine, feminine polarity that rules the world. When it's nighttime, that is the negative feminine force. And all of this represents Virgo because Virgo is analytical. Meaning that you can't come to a Virgo like, here goes all of the positive things that are happening. The Virgo is going to be like, okay, what's the fine print? What's the fucking catch? Because I done been around this block way too much to even understand. So when you reference in relationships and Valentine's Day, okay, whether you're 21 or 41, you done learned enough by now that men manipulate the feeling or need for a Valentine's. Think about how emotionally tied the females are to Valentine's Day. Even if I realized over time that when I'm talking to my wife, and I could be completely just speaking from my experience, maybe y'all completely over Valentine's Day, but even mentally, when you reference Valentine's Day, oh, I don't want nothing, I'm good. If I came in here with some roses and shit, you'd be happy. So therefore, there's an emotional connection that people want to consciously be over. And it could be you in a relationship and your husband ain't gonna do shit for Valentine's Day, or you could be single and realizing that you don't have a date. Not having a date for Valentine's Day is worse than not having gifts for Christmas, right? It's probably the worst. That's probably the worst day. And you think about emotional energies and things of that nature. All I can do is be right and exact with the population. You need to let that shit go and love your goddamn self. Take your own self out for Valentine's Day, because that's the problem to why a man can't even. There is no space for love. There's no honesty. There's only a desire. So when we talk about law of attraction and people like, oh, I want money, I want money, I want money, we say, you can't say that. You can't say I want money. You got to say I have money, right? You got to say I have love. You got to say I am love. You got to say I exude love. I embody love. I am love personified. I am a mentality versus I want a relationship. I need love. I want somebody to take care of me for Valentine's Day. That is repulsive from an energetic level. And this is a Virgo moon. And I don't even like being alone, right? I don't even like this shit. I'd rather be with somebody when it comes down to it. And it ain't about Valentine's Day. It's about every day. Every day is Valentine's Day. Have you ever heard that before? Moon opposed Venus. Going into Valentine's Day weekend, you got to understand. Is it you that wants a relationship? And I know a lot of people are already in relationships, but there is no love there. Because who's taught you how to have a loving relationship? Where's the conversation on formulating, cultivating, maintaining, sustaining a loving, healthy relationship? There is no conversation for that. So allow me to be the one. Allow me to do that for you. So a lot of people will turn their nose up at single people. At least I got a man. No, you don't. You know for sure. We talking about 2020. We know he ain't yours. What did Cash Doll say? These niggas is for everybody. And I'm a man. I know what it is. I know the vibes. I catch the vibes. I get the vibes all the time, quiet as kept. But you know, I honor my wife and my family. But I catch the vibes. Believe it or not. So, understanding a moon opposed Venus, Venus conjunct Chiron, conjunct Lilith, meaning that the shit that is not aware, you're not aware of this stuff, right? You're not aware of this stuff. This is not conscious things. Because me and my wife have a phone. When I'm on YouTube or Instagram and I see her YouTube or Instagram, like we swap phones or whatever, it's a different vibe. I catch the vibes. Oh, they're really trying to brainwash my wife today, right? They're really going in. And so, and I say all of that to say that once I have conversations with my wife, I'm bringing things to realization because me and Lilith is cool like that. We jazz like that. We vibe like that. We ride like that. See, that's some old school shit that you think the kids in the 90s like, yo, every time I turn into Hood Mystic, he be creating these songs that I never even heard before. No. Diggable Planets. I don't know the title. The title ain't, just type in Diggable Planets like that if you was born in the 90s. Get some vibes in your life. Man, I've been talking about astrology. I ain't even get into the map. Let me show y'all at least the map. Feel me? Ranting and raving today, but that's okay. I'd rather rant and rave than have nothing to say. You feel me? So we're referencing the moon in Virgo again today because if people be like, yo, what's up with the vibes today? The vibes is like hella weird. The emotions is like, really, I'm on edge. Because you think that everything is roses and pink willows and everything's supposed to be right and exact by you because you're doing some magic shit. That's psychopathic. That's sociopathic. That's really a personality disorder to not expect negative things to happen to you, because when you reference human life, negative things happen. Death occurs, you know? Heartbreak occurs. feeling insecure and not really sure about yourself, this is very natural and normal shit. So when you don't understand the Virgo moon vibes, it's why me and shit. Virgo's like, hey man, it's fucked up out here. It's fucked up out here. It's light and shadow. Sometimes I can see because the sun is up, but sometimes that's not sometimes, all the time, the sun abandons me and leaves me for cold. It gets cold and the sun is no longer here to shine the light. Do I shun the night? Call it sin like a Christian? Or do I understand that the sun and sin are synonymous, and no matter how much I pray, no matter how ambitious I am, no matter how much money I get, I'm never going to change the sun and the day. It's always going to be light and dark in my life. It's always going to be light and shadow in my life. See, this is a moon opposite Venus, and the reason why I'm referencing and I'm talking to this way, because there's two sides of the spectrum that you got to understand are one. Seeing the forest from the trees, and then understanding that if you on one side of the spectrum and you think that's the whole side of the spectrum, you got a whole 99 degrees that you're not 99, 179 degrees that you're just unaware of, because you're not in the totality of existence. A tree does not exist on its own. You were not created out of one person. You were created out of two people. No matter if your daddy left or not, he still was there to create. So when we reference creation, we're referencing masculine and feminine principle, and we're talking about the energy of the soulmate. You manifest a soulmate much easier when you develop your own soul, first and foremost. So all the meditation, all the relaxation, all of the mindfulness that I promote is for you to find your soul. So once you find your soul, you find the thing that makes your life better. People come to me like, well, I got to do this, that, and the third, and then I'll find my soul. I wake up, I got to go to work, got to take care of the kids, got to do this, got to do that, got to pick man up from football, and maybe I got 20 minutes to meditate. But I really want to get into the spiritual shit, mystic. I'm really into it. And be like, sounds good, sis. Hey, holler at me when you get a little bit more time to focus in on yourself, right? Yeah. Because a lot of people is not in tune with their bodies. They're in tune with the world. And I don't know what that's about. But man, go outside. Nature is not on the internet. Enjoy the abundance of rural natural life. See how everything is existing and fine without the internet, without Instagram. Motherfuckers is cool in nature without Instagram. You don't see no rabbits. Like, hold up, let me check my feed real quick. Hold up. I just got a text. Hold up. See, none of that shit matters, but life exists. Matter of fact, it's abundant when we take our walks in the nature. And there is no technology. No technology, but abundance. And then we come to the city where technology is everywhere and everything is dilapidated, looking like it's going to fall down. It looks like in the 70s, 161 was popping. Fast forward 50 years to 2020, 161 looked like a ghost town. I'm just speaking to my neighborhood, you feel me? Technology got a way of destroying things. So as we want to restore and build and find love and things of that nature, we want to connect to other people, but we don't want to connect to ourselves. We don't want to understand our human body. We don't want to deal with the magnificence it is to just simply be just to be here right now. We don't even want to understand that, like, our heart is beating. If we don't want to bring our consciousness to our heart, which will improve our resonance and law of attraction by 60 to 1,000 times, depending on how strong your heart resonance is. But it's way more powerful than fixating on your stupid ass thoughts all day about nothing. shit that come and go. I wonder if Trump is a time traveler. I wonder if they gonna. I wonder if. Hey, brother, what you think about like, come on, man. Stop it. Meditate. Bring your consciousness to your heart. Don't think about nothing. Fuck it. Why you always gotta think about stuff? Why you always gotta want stuff? Don't you know that that's keeping shit from you? Why you gotta think at all? Why can't you just be a part of the goddamn forest? You ever just been walking through the forest, like, or on a nature hike, and it's like literally thousands of trees, and you just walking, then the tree just step out of nowhere. Hey man, check out my Instagram. Like, it's at the biggest tree in the forest. Follow me, bro. I got my shit popping. You would look at that tree like, what in the hell? This don't even make sense. But see the psychology and the insanity of human beings, right? Check out my Instagram. Look at my body. Look at how smart I am. Look how sexy I am. Okay? Ain't that how it is? Ain't that how it is? We don't understand that we are one. And everybody's striving to be something. And within that, we creating problems. So I want to get into a space where we can focus on the solution and be fixated on the solution, but I'm only one person, so even if you're watching this video live, do me a favor, fire flame some engagement. And I'm realizing that. And maybe people don't want to engage. Maybe you don't like the video. Tell me you don't like the video. Shit. That's still engagement, bro. Hate on me. Talk shit to me. I don't care. Keep it 1,000 is all I'm saying. Sidereal astrology, not that tropical stuff. Like, don't nobody drink tropical punch no more. We be drinking alkaline water. Sidereal astrology, baby. So the moon in Virgo, square Jupiter and Sagittarius. Jupiter and Sagittarius, we talked about that in the Monday's video. So if you need a full in-depth of this Jupiter and Sagittarius transit and what it implies on a biochemistry level, it's activating your Ammon's horn. Shout out to Brittany. She in college right now. She like, yo, the shit you talking about in your videos, I'm talking about it in school. And she showed me like this side view of the Ammon's horn, and the Ammon's horn was like within your brain, it literally looked like you got a whole horn in your shit. Like like the hippocampus. The hippocampus literally the way it looked in the school textbook is like a literal horn. Like, so when you reference like those devil horns and things of that nature, that shit ain't no that ain't no figure of speech or no imagination. They talking about activating your hippocampus, which is your short-term memory. So why is this devilish to activate your hippocampus? Because there's so much tradition and so much bullshit that they want you to follow, that when you start creating new memories, that means you outside of the spectrum of mind control, family. So when you look at the devil and you look at 666 and melanin, that's really your ability to live as an autonomous figure in this world and create your own memories instead of reliving this Baptist church shit that you've been brought up in. You feel me? Or this Muslim Islamic shit you've been brought up in. You ain't have no control over Allah or Jesus. That shit was thrust upon your ass. And when you reference astrology and consciousness and Babylons, that shit is thrust upon you. When you activate your hippocampus, can't nobody thrust upon you they ideologies, fam. You in your own space. You your own king. You your own God. You create your own new memories as you see fit. So I'm imagining that moon square Jupiter begins to be some troubling times for people because they don't understand that they need to be the devil. And you know how black people get? Oh man, hood mystic, you done lost me. Can't be the devil, but you took what I said out of context. You got to listen to everything that I said in the past 3 minutes of understanding the activation of your hippocampus and Jupiter. And Jupiter being the realm of belief. Belief is the lie that you tell yourself. Whatever you believe is a damn lie. It's a lie. Whatever you believe is a lie. So have fun with it. Understand what it is. Right? And so with that being said, whatever you believe is a lie, or whatever you know, or whatever, say if you believe something that encourages you to act in that same fashion, you don't act contrary to your beliefs. So the reason that a moon square Jupiter would be difficult is because you would have things that appear, because light and shadow, perception is king. I can choose to look at the light. I can choose to look at the shadow. I can choose to look at them both. Or, the understanding is I can look at my solutions or I can look at my problems. If I look at my problems, I'm going to act in a way that's going to create more problems. And this is why you watch the news, and every single day, maybe let's say 1,000 times a day, no bullshit, and since 2016 the news has put out information negative towards Trump. And I'm talking about all news network, from CBS, NBC, CNN, so forth and so on, internet, YouTube. People hate Trump, right? What gets people in the mindset, and not you, because you conscious, woke 101, graduated from the school of Bobby Hemmett, Professor Brother Panic was your dean, and things of that nature. You graduated magna cum laude on the dean's list. I get that. But for the majority of people who haven't walked through the gates of woke university, are perpetually in a space where they turn on the TV that they're dealing with problems, whether it's economics, wealth inequality, racism, Trump is the president, Trump about to be reelected. You understand? Problem after problem after problem. So therefore, within the mindset of the human beings and the people that you come across, they not even understanding the positivity of life because they have been getting slammed with negativity. Because what was rational to us is being thrown out the window. And this mind control, psychological stuff that the mass media is putting out, from movie to movie, from show to show, from all of this to all of that, we're in a negative perpetual state because we don't focus in on our solutions. So, what is the solution, Hood Mystic, since you got all of the answers, my nigga? Trust me, this is a result of hard work and effort that I need y'all help with. I need you to tune into your central nervous system. I need you to meditate on your spinal cord. I need you to get outside of the mind and bring your consciousness to your neural network. I need you to ground your energy into the earth. I need you to connect with all of the earth beings, animal life, cosmic life. Be one with the universe, because if you jump up right now, your mama gonna pull you down to the ground and say, hey, you connected to the earth, baby. So stop trying to jump all the time, because no matter how hard or high you jump, you'll come right back down. So ground. Deal with your neural network. Deal with your nerves. Meditate on that self. Even when you at work, you can be at work right now, and I know a lot of you are at work right now, can meditate, and at any moment bring your consciousness to your spine and see those neural networks and electromagnetic energy rising and declining throughout your whole body. This is happening. Millions at a time, like it's just popping inside of your body. You got a whole organism, a whole universe and planetary system and functioning system that functions autonomously without nobody telling it what to do, how to do it. And when you externalize this and you start looking to people to tell you what to do, your human body is like, what the fuck? That's blasphemous. When you talk about God, you are God. Your human body is God. But you have to be cognizant of it. You have to be aware of it. No matter what preacher, pastor, Babylon, reverend, priest, they're not gonna come in here and stop your heart, keep your heart beating. You're gonna do that. So you need to give it up to yourself. Find your soul first and foremost. See, you want a relationship before you want to develop your divinity. And you're going to attract a relationship that's not relative to your divinity, which is going to be short-sighted, and you're going to be like, what the fuck, when it's all said and done. If you into this information, if you listening to me, you have a soul. You wouldn't even be listening this long if you didn't have a inner dialogue. But my job and what I need from you is to connect to it. And so we're just dealing with the Mercury conjunct Neptune energy that's taking place in Aquarius. Okay, Hood Mystic, I meditated for a day. Ain't shit happen. What should I do now? It don't happen in one day. And you have to really prepare your body through water intake, through meditation, through chastity, through change of diet, to really prepare your central nervous system for the awakening of truth. So this is why I'm still formulating the book. I'm still working on the book. I'm still aligning this energy. But just understand, like, there is a lot of electromagnetic energy that is surging through your body right now. And when you reference electromagnetic, you just break it down. Electro means electric, means that it is conducted by, it is cosmic, if you would say. It is a transference of energy that's faster than light. It's like just fast, and just everything is happening within your body. And magnetic is the energy to attract. It's not called beg, pray, hope, wish, manifest. It ain't called none of that. It's called awareness of truth that is in your body. And fuck all the mumbo jumbo shit that you don't understand, right? Person telling you a whole bunch of shit you don't understand, tap out immediately, because the shit ain't complicated, the shit ain't confusing. Your heart is beating right now, pumping blood through your shit, and your blood is the shit literally, right? Blood is the organic substance of your past, present, and future. What do you mean, Hood Mystic? You sound crazy. You didn't get blood. Your blood is a result of your mama and daddy, fam. Without your mama and daddy blood, you don't exist, fam. And your mama and daddy don't exist without their mama and daddy, fam. And take this shit back and back and back. Existence implies a creator. And if you were brought forth from a creator, guess what that make you, fam? A creator. A god. Okay? Good morning. Grand Rising. Huh?
There's some coffee for you.
Yeah, that's some coffee for you. That's a daily energy reading for your ass. Because I had a whole plan of what I was going to say. I ain't get to say none of the shit I wanted to say today. Real talk. Call in 385-799-9560. Say anything. Ask me anything. You understand? Shout out to Love, Live Life, Mad Titan. Gratitude, fam. Like, thank you. Yeah, 385-799-9560. Be sure to click the links in the description. I got all. Matter of fact, even if you don't want to buy the book, I need everybody on the live. I know I've been asking for a lot, but this is simple shit. All you gotta do is click on the damn shit. Just click on it every day. Just click on it. Even if you ain't gonna buy the book, you gonna eventually buy the book one day, and I can at least get like 10 cents or some shit for you just simply clicking the video or clicking the books. You understand? You gotta hustle out here. You know what I'm saying? You hustle for clicks. You feel me? It's real out here, fam. Like, you know, family is not getting smaller either. Family is getting larger, so my hustle gotta expand as well. So if I gotta make 2 cents off a click, so be it. You feel me? It'll all add up at some point in time. And like I said, dealing with this chaos energy, you know something positive is going to manifest, but you don't necessarily know what it is. But you just got to keep working, keep flexing, and following your resonance. Because when you're dealing with Venus, we're dealing with, and I'm sorry, fam, I don't even think I had the phone line on. If you want to give me a call now, 385-799-9560. When you're dealing with Venus, the best thing to do is do what you love. So if that means you got to call off to work, I know you're already there, but shit, you a good employee. You can call off every now and again, man, and do some shit that you love to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's going to pay off. It's definitely going to pay off. I know I can get one caller for the day. I thought this was going to be like a huge hit, but I think a lot of things that I'm doing now, they just got to really simply grow. So I'm allowed this process to grow. 385-799-9560. Get tapped in with the Hood Mystic. Ask me anything. Say anything. I know y'all got something to say. Or maybe y'all really be at work. I'll be forgetting. Y'all be really at work. Be like, fam, I want to call, but I can't, man. If you did this live at like 5:30, bro, I would be hitting up. Maybe we need to do a drive home. A drive home live or something to that effect. But yeah, man. Be sure to leave a comment on this video. Maybe tomorrow we can get a call in. I'm going to hold for about another minute. Drink me a little bit more coffee. 385-799-9560.
Any questions in the chat?
It wasn't no questions in the chat. Nah, I'm not in Utah. I'm in Ohio. Good old Ohio. But we will be in Detroit real soon. I don't necessarily, definitely doing some events in Detroit. Just that's a good spot for us to do some events and just trying to figure out what our next step is. We do want to open up our own botanica, but we just really doing the things that we need to do to create that and actively moving into it. I guess the first part is speaking it into existence. So yeah, we about to open up a botanica in Detroit very, very soon because we will it to be. I got a caller. Hold on. I ain't even see you. I got a caller. I see you. Give me a second.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. There is 1 host and 2 participants in this conference. Please announce yourself.
501.
And I think
I didn't get to hear you. I didn't get to hear you. You got to come back again one more time.
Okay.
Sorry. Can you repeat what you said? That was weird. 501. Call back. 313. What's good, bro? I don't even know if it's a
What's
bro.
good, Lord?
I just
Yes.
I just
Yeah,
sensed it.
you felt the vibes. Yeah, turn up early.
I felt the vibes.
What's good?
Chilling, man. What's good, bro?
Yo, everything. So I just got a quick question. I just wanted to get this question answered. So, okay, we all got personal trauma. What are some techniques that we can deal with our personal trauma? And then what does that have to do with our overall divinity process? And then I'm gonna hop off the line. Thank you, bro.
Sure. One of the best things that I figured for healing trauma is radical forgiveness. And radical forgiveness is beyond simply forgiving somebody for doing something bad or experiencing trauma. It's going back to that event and really being there and understanding your power and circumstances. So our power to change things is in the past, present, and future. We are not members of fate. We are members of destiny. And destiny is something that you have to vest within yourself. And when you go back into your past events, see, the thing is, your mind is recreating something that is not true, and we call it trauma. And the reason why I say it's not true is based upon the fact that it could be anything, and sometimes we get the details wrong. Sometimes it ain't everything that happened, and we don't even hardly remember it, but we just remember this negative thing. And sometimes we have to go in our past and just figure it out from just the deepest level, that it didn't happen that way, it happened that way. And so to me, this really works for me. It's called Radical Forgiveness. It's a book by Colin Tipping. We don't have to continuously say the thing over and over in our mind and believe it to be true, even if it happened, because there are positive things that have happened in our past that we don't say. We don't say it. So therefore, it becomes a choice of what is our inner dialogue, what is our past things. And when you change your past, you change your present, and you change your future. So that's the very simplest answer I could give, but definitely take a look at Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping. 337, thank you for holding. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, Mr. This is Chadwick Sam, yo. I was commenting a little bit in your live chat. Hey, when you said call and say anything, bro, I just want to call and express my gratitude with what you're giving to us in the spiritual community. And it's like when you were saying, if you listening to me, you have a soul. And going back to what you were saying with coming up through the, you know what I'm saying, Woke University, and it's like, man, for the past 3 years, bro, I've been on this path of just constantly bombarding my mind. This is the only thing that I've been interested in. You, Dreamwise, the whole fam, bro. And it's just like, I just want to express my gratitude to you, bro, because you say call and say anything.
Yeah. These are the best calls, honestly. These are the best calls because it just lets me know that I'm not alone, and I just want to let you know that you're not alone, because the spiritual community can really be isolating because people will be like, it's all about you, and you understand, and within that is a lot of loneliness and a lot of confusion. If it's all about you, it's all about us, bro. So that's kind of why I opened up this. Anybody can call and really say anything, you feel me, and be heard. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm trying to do.
Yo, it was like magical, bro, because it's like every time I listen to y'all, you know what I'm saying, I might make a few live comments or whatever and everything like that, but it's like, man, it's just like I'm just more and more compelled. It's like the way I think now is just like this is what makes all the sense to me. And when you reference the inner dialogue, it's I'm telling you, bro, it's just amazing fire. And look, I'm gonna get off the line because I know a lot of others want to talk to you, bro.
Sure. I appreciate you, bro. What was your name one more time?
Chadwick Sam.
Okay, Chadwick. Okay, cool, man. I'll be looking forward to our bills, bro. And if you ever need to talk about anything, want to reach out, be sure to email me, bro, because do that. hoodmystic@gmail.com.
Definitely, bro.
All right, peace, Chadwick. Have a great day, bro. No problem.
All right.
313. What's the vibes like? It'd be more 313 calls than anything, bro. What's up? I feel the love. What's good?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I missed the show. This is Dion from Detroit.
Cool.
You said you coming up here?
Cool. We doing some events and some festivals. I want to say the end of March, but that ain't confirmed. But we definitely gonna be up in Detroit this summer, for up there. So, yeah.
Man, make sure you get at me.
That's a fact. I got your number. That and I already know I got your number, so you probably gonna be one of the first people. Cause I'm gonna just try to build up a network and see what we could do in Detroit. Like I said, my wife from Detroit, and we always talked about it, but we just about to just really see what it's about, though, for real.
There ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Hey.
Okay, so here's my question.
Sure.
I kind of missed the program. I'm gonna go back, but what I caught was about forgiveness. So let me ask you this:
Sure.
Are you telling me that you can rewrite your past by forgiveness?
It's radical forgiveness. It's forgiveness in its sense of the word. So forgiveness is connotated to think I'ma forgive this person, like let this person slide. But if you break down the word forgive, it's for means in the future and give means to give. So you give yourself in the future. Radical forgiveness is your ability to go back in the past and give yourself peace, give yourself prosperity, give yourself friendship, because a lot of it be like broken friendships and shit that you could have did wrong or you could have did right or whatever the case may be. You can go in your meditation or your visualization and you can have a whole play out like we was friends, we worked it out, I did the mature thing, and that's a vibration within your meditation, and that's what really matters. And you can crack that present wall that you have. So like you might have questions like, well, I can't do that now, I can't forgive that person, or that shit was fucked up, but you imagining that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't you imagining that, but you can imagine something completely different. So radical forgiveness is your ability to flex that muscle.
Damn, that is. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, try it. Try it, because you know it might be some fucked up shit, but just imagine it to be not fucked up. Just try it. You feel me? It ain't gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna hurt is you imagine it to be fucked up all the time.
Remember I told you I be listening to Abraham Hicks.
Right.
I swear on everything, bro. Every time I hear something that's related to me, your ass always come out with the validation and confirmation of it.
Hey man, because we all it's all a network. It's all a network, bro.
It is, bro. It's synchronicity.
Facts. That synchronicity is life, bro. At the end of the day, the more spiritual you get, you realize that it's all synchronicity, bro. So just grow into that synchronicity. Understand that synchronicity is some normal ass shit, and it'll start. Everything will be synchronistic. You feel me? Like life is synchronistic as a process.
So I got one more question, then I gotta go.
Okay.
Let's talk about numbers. When numbers stick out to you. Now, a wise person, spiritually, one of my ancestors told me, like 2 years ago, I was riding, and every time I see a license plate, it would say 11s or 311s or triple threes. And he was like, when you see stuff like that, you need to look it up. I'm like, look it up, what the fuck that mean? He's like, go on here, go on Google and look up the angel number. And I'm like, angel number. So I started doing that. is that real? Where they say that when like 1111 pop up,
Yeah.
or like when they talk about ascended masters and all that, is that really real?
Yeah, it's really real to the point of people understanding what angel numbers are. People don't understand what angel numbers are. People think like when you get on Google and you look up angel numbers that them is angel numbers, but them not angel numbers. That's a woman saying that she know angel numbers. The angel numbers, so we got to deal with numbers, bro. When you deal with numbers, you dealing with the Bible. You dealing with Hebrew letters and all of that. So once you understand, okay, this is the formation for Hebrew letters, you understand that all numbers have a concordance. So when you get into the vibe of a concordance, then you understand what those angel numbers is, and the reason why they keep popping up and keep popping up, because you ain't going to the source. Look up concordance. It's a Greek concordance, and then there's a Hebrew concordance. Any number that resonates with you, you could Google that number, but right next to it, don't type angel numbers, type concordance. And once you get with them numbers and start to research the words that's assigned with them numbers, then you'll understand, this make more sense, or this really resonate with me. When you go into them angel number shits, it be the same old goddamn thing, and it don't make no sense, and it personally don't resonate with me. A person can share it and be like, oh yeah, angel numbers, but really it's that Lady Joanne or whatever her name is. She just had that market she had that market tied up, but the real angel numbers is found in the concordance though, bro.
Bet, bro, I'm on that today.
Facts.
I got two things, bro. I swear on anything, I'm gonna be up on that.
Facts. Yeah.
All right. Get at me, bro.
All right, Dion. Thanks for calling, bro. I will send you a message today and let me know how that concordance search came out.
For sure.
All right, please. Thanks for waiting. 410. You tapped in with the Mystic. What's good?
Hey, what's up, man? I just wanted to show my gratitude for all the work you Love Live for Life do. All y'all. This one mad titan.
Oh man, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Tell us a little bit about. Can you tell me a little bit about you, bro? Like, I feel like, man, you contribute so much to me, Love Live Life, and you consistent with it, man. You like, thank you, man, for me and him. If he ain't never got a chance to tell you thank you, like, I know he appreciated you too, bro.
All right. A little bit of history is like, I grew up by myself, my only child, and I always had that question in me, like, who am I? Like, something was missing. You know what I'm saying? As I grew up, as I got older, I wanted to know who God was. And when I went to the Catholic Church, I didn't really get the answer. Then I went to Islam, I went to different things, and I just wasn't getting the answer. So then I saw like Bobby Hemmett, and I started there, and from there I just answered who I was. Right. I always had that like question, that burning question, like something was missing in me. And now I know, you know what I mean, that I got to, I started with Mook, then I got to Love Live Life, then I got to you, Brother Yusuf, all that,
Yeah.
Right, so
but you a young man? You a younger guy, or like how far are you in your? Okay. Yeah. You feel like you got like a real young soul, very useful, very prosperous, and you really elevated yourself into your God self. That's what I feel like. You really at a level where you at a point where you can give back, and you got a lot of energy to share, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring awareness to you and the things that you going. I feel like you probably a more personal person, but even with that, you give a lot in your personal situation. So if nobody really told you thank you today or whatever the case may be, I just was glad that you called in so I could be somebody to just tell you thank you, man, and that you appreciate it, bro, because maybe you need that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate y'all because y'all doing a lot of work. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Getting all this information.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? So I at least I can do is give.
Yeah, that's a powerful thing, man. And I really wish a lot of people took your initiative to understand that the flow of information and the flow of energy. But thank you for taking the time to give me a call and, man, express yourself, bro.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Thank
Man, call anytime. Make sure to email me, bro, if you want to ever build on anything or talk about anything further. That's hoodmystic@gmail.com.
All right, I got you. Thanks.
All right, thank you, bro. 217, you tapped in with the Hood Mystic. What's good?
What's up, man?
What's good? What's up?
It's Jazz, man.
What's up, Jazz? What's good, bro?
What's on, man?
Chilling.
Chilling, man. So, last couple of weeks, though, I think what's been jumping off with me is like intuition, though. You know what I mean? Like I read a book about it. I'm reading a book about intuition. I keep getting messages about intuition.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing I want you to just to talk about intuition for a little bit.
Sure.
And the second thing, and I'm just going to mute my phone, is first intuition, and the second thing is how do you tap into the hippocampus and create new memories. My idea is, I won't say what I do. This is what I do at night, though. Sometimes I turn the TV off, and I make moves for myself on my phone for things I want in my life, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be brainwashed at night, though.
Yeah.
So I turn the TV off.
Yeah.
And I get in the things that I want. I put pictures of myself next to the things that I want, though. But just give me some ideas of first intuition, and then second the hippocampus.
Sure.
I'm being quiet.
Sure. I'm going to take that notion a little deeper, but let's first deal with intuition. Intuition is great. We get it all the time, but the intuition, when it's conceptualized and to be a real thing, it has to be activated by action. No matter what your ancestors tell you, no matter what your higher self tells you, no matter what your guardian angels tell you, if you're not acting upon it, and it could be anything, you got to have the courage to act upon your intuition for it to be validated. Generally, we'll have things that are intuitive, and it's kind of like, hot potato or some shit. It literally stays in your hand for about 2 seconds, and then once it realizes that you're not going to do nothing with it, it'll just hop out your hand, and then you'll see somebody else making millions of dollars off your idea. But spirit was like, shit, I gave it to you first, you ain't do nothing with it, but I gotta manifest. So generally, spirit goes towards the energy to where it's popping, where it can manifest. And so if you are dealing with a lot of intuition and a lot of messages, it's your responsibility to act upon it, even if it sounds stupid, even if it's fear-based, even if you feel like you ain't gonna be successful, even if you fail doing it, the idea of intuition is to act upon it, period, point blank. So as far as the hippocampus, I'll do you one better, and I'll do you one thing deeper. Great cutting off the TV. But another thing to activate the hippocampus is pure darkness, because darkness is what you fear. Even as a reference to like the moon and things of that nature, that's light, that's somewhat of a comfort. But when you deal with pure darkness, no TV, no nothing, you don't want to be brainwashed, so you just try to get your room as dark as possible and exist in that space. What'll tend to happen is that you'll realize that it's a level beyond that darkness, and you won't be interrupted while you're having dreams. And so when it comes to the things that you want, you can't program the things that you want. You have to be shown the things that you want through your dreams. And once you deal with the intuition and the activation of the hippocampus, it's the same thing as intuition. You have to act upon it. There isn't any passive ingenuity to manifest, and that has to be an active principle. But the passive part comes through the dreams and the intuition. Hopefully that made sense. Let me know what you think.
Man, that makes great sense, though, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, Josh. If you need anything, let me know, bro. When you gonna get that divine feminine popping back?
Man, soon, man. Next couple of weeks, so man, I'm gonna go ahead and look up some materials and find out who we need to connect with, and probably in 2 weeks or so. Appreciate it though, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, you got my support, Jazz.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem. Peace. 610, you tapped in with the Mystic. What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good with you?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
How you doing? My name is Roxine. I emailed you a couple of times. I think I emailed you like 2 days ago too. Supreme B 24. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to you, Power Lord. Like, your work is immaculate. Like, honestly, like I've been going through this spirituality for about 6 or 7 years now. I'm in my early 40s. I just turned 40, but I'm just battling right now, personally battling through the inner dialogue part. I'm a stag, so like we live in our heads and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just went through, a long breakup. 14 years with a girl. I had 3 kids with her, and now I'm just in the point of trying to find myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, trying to search for the stuff I need for my altar. I'm trying to get to a point where I can quiet the inner dialogue. And my problem is the inner dialogue because I live in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult because I'm very self-defeating, so to speak. But that's only because I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's exactly inside of me.
Right.
And I'm just trying to tap in, man.
Right.
I'm just trying to tap in.
Right. So, when you deal with the inner dialogue, you dealing with an energy that is not broke, never been broke up, never lost a fight, never had anything negative happen to them. It's perfect, blameless, on and on and on with positive attributes. So when we come to ourselves, we have to come to ourselves with that respect. Like, the Lord or God is within ourselves, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So if you ever get to a point where you feel defeated or you feel like you took in a loss, understand that actual reality is not really true. So that inner dialogue becomes a point of dealing with yourself in a space of power, in a space of healing, in a space of, I'm gonna get this shit popping, or I'm gonna get this shit activated. And you a Sag, right? So Sag indicates to me that you got something that you love to do that have no obstructions. It's a peaceful zone for you. And what's happening now is that you're not doing it. You got something. You got a bag. You ain't in right now. It's like collecting dust. So the idea is to do the thing that you love. You know what I'm saying? Cultivate, formulate, and bring it up. And if it changes, allow it to change. But generally, what was happening for 14 years is that you was being blocked for something that you truly, truly loved. And now you had that opportunity to do that. But you kind of dealing with the residual effects of thinking that for the 14 years, you love the woman and you love the situation, but there's a deeper love that you was being blocked from. Now you kind of got the opportunity to really dive into that new valid love that connects to you and that person you were 14 years ago, maybe even more, and you kind of lost that. So the idea is to really find that and pick that back up, because it just seems as though that's your bag for some reason. Do that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I guess the connection to that would be the self-defeating blockage that I create within myself, because I feel like I should be feeling guilty for not being with my kids. You think what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I took the outside, influence, like, the way people felt about, the whole breakup and everything. Like, I actually worked at the job for her dad. So, like, it's a real fucked up dynamic where I got to come to this job every day and see her father, and he's the one who hired me at the job, and it's like it's a real fucked up dynamic. So like there's a racial factor in it that I was dealing with. She's not a melanated woman. You know what I'm saying? Her family is not melanated, and subconsciously in the back of my mind, I always felt like something was there because I wasn't a white boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like there was never real acceptance. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been in like a decade and a half spiral of just needing to please everybody else and couldn't please myself, and that's why I think I lost everything.
Yeah, and that's kind of really the point of waking up every day and dealing with the things that you truly love. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And your name slipped my mind. Can you just repeat your name for me? Racine, right. Waking up, and that's related to my son's middle name. My son's middle name is Rasan. But understanding that when Racine wakes up every morning, Racine owes it to himself to do something that he loves. What's happening, though, when I'm listening to you, is that the opposite is happening when you wake up. Like, you waking up every morning like shit. And that's bad, bro. That's the problem with a lot of people when they wake up in the morning and their first thought is shit. You know, like, how am I gonna do this shit again today? And it could be the permeations of the seeing her father, and then knowing, you know, the feelings that you get when you see her father. Now imagine those feelings where you're not even seeing the dad, but you're thinking of it, right? You bringing that vibration into your present reality, and this is a real big thing. So it gets to a point where the hardest thing that you're gonna have to do is going to be the best thing that you're gonna have to do, and you're gonna have to find your happiness. You're gonna have to find your bliss, because you've been trying to make people happy for 14 years, and that inner dialogue and that thing that needs to happen is the forgiveness of self. Like, man, my bad, self. I've been doing the wrong thing. And so generally, you got a good heart, you got a good spirit, you gonna bounce back, and you gonna find that thing that you really love and be really successful at, and get things back in order. But it's hard to get shit in order, bro, when you not in order. If you understand what I'm saying, from an energetic level, you can have all the money in the world and the nicest house, but at an energetic level, everybody around you, they see you, but you don't see them, because you disconnected within. So you a spiritual being, and you have a human experience when you tap. And so if you listen to what I first said, is when you dealing with yourself, you dealing with that self that's perfected, that for that 14 years was like, this nigga crazy, and just was like, I'm gonna be good. Whenever you want to deal with me, I'm gonna be here, and we gonna get this shit popping. But if you never took the time, energy, and effort to connect with that perfection that's within you, you gonna feel the way you feel. But the bounce back is dealing with that perfected self, that Atman, that inner self, that divine spark. All of these things that people reference is within you, and it is beyond. If you got the Book of the Dead, 42 Negative Confessions of My Aunt, read that with all of your heart, all of your soul. Connect to that, you understand? Because you got a lot of blaming and a lot of it's all my fault type of deal going in within you, but that's not necessarily true from the spiritual perspective. It might be true from the human perspective, but we dealing with the greater magnitude of energy, 1,000 times more powerful than your human existence, which is your soul, your autonomy, your beating heart, your brain, your spinal cord, you know, all of these things that is existing within you. Are you athletic, very strong?
Yeah.
Right. So we dealing with superhero energy at this point, superhero energy at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be subjugated. And no, that's a part of the problem too. You wake up every day, you go to work, and you subjugated when you was a goddamn superhero, right? So it's a lot of things that it's in truth, and it's in power though. We not taking nothing away from you. We not breaking you down no more. We only building you up from this day forward.
Nobody can break me down no more than I broke myself down.
Exactly, and it's more or less of a build up though, an inner build up. Like, that's what I'm more or less saying. You can't bring yourself down no more. All you can do now is build yourself up through the realization that they are never going to reach your level based upon who you are on your internal. your strength, right? Your intelligence and things of that nature that's not necessarily taught is given to you by the ancestors, your family. And man, the blood, it's a lot of energy and a lot of power surging from you. I think the idea now is to recognize it and just embody it. Every day is the best day of your damn life from here on out, you feel me? And you gotta really hold that resonance for a while before it catches up to you in real terms. But you got to really set the terms from here, if that makes sense. I know I'm kind of ranting, but I just
that shit just made me emotional. So I appreciate you. Best thing I can say is could you possibly link up with me through my email, streambeing24@tutuanada.com. I need to link up. I just, I'm tired of the bullshit, man. I'm just tired of the fucking outside material world. Like I can't tell you how much I hate this shit, B. Like, for real. So I just need to link up with the right people because I've been bombarding myself with so much of this fucking information for the past 10 years, and it's like, you ever get to a point where you're just like completely overwhelmed and you just don't know where to start?
1,000%.
That's where I'm at. I just don't know where to start half the time. So I'm tired of putting my shit on everybody else. I'm just trying to put it on myself,
Yeah, hey, but you got it, bro. The easiest thing, bro, just hoodmystic@gmail.com. Email me as soon as you get off the line so I can have it, and we could build, bro. Cause you got more than enough energy. Your soul. If you take anything from this conversation, understand that you more than enough, and you more than a conqueror. And the things that you really get to a point of happiness and joy is from within, bro. And really establishing that first and foremost, everything will supersede and bounce off of that. But what's happening is that you haven't developed that internal dialogue. So we can talk about it and we can build on it for sure, okay?
I appreciate it.
No problem. Email me as soon as you got the line, though. hoodmystic@gmail.com. No problem, bro.
All right, appreciate it.
I'm here, bro. Peace.
All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
Okay. Fam. That was great. Got a lot of calls in and things of that nature. That was perfect. Make sure to put a comment on this video. Let people know what you thought. Share this video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it. This has been a daily energy reading. Let me get back to my day, back to my family, and everybody be prosperous. Share the knowledge, share the word. Understand that you are not in this thing by yourself. That's just what you tell yourself. The reality is that you connected. So stay connected. Appreciate everybody for listening, subscribing, rocking with me this morning. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to talk more about love. More love. Peace, family.